Okay. Good evening and welcome to What's New. I'm your host, Teddy Parham, community activist for 30 years plus. And this evening, I just want to start by giving thanks to my Father God. So if you would join me in a moment of silence, because I do that very often, to give thanks for my health and my strength and my protection that my Father provides for me. Oh, Father, I just say thank you for allowing me and my viewing audience to wake up this morning, Father. You didn't have to do it, but you had grace and mercy. And we're just saying thank you for the protection of our loved ones and our families, and control my mouth and open my heart and my mind, and let me continue to speak only the truth and to expose Satan for his disguise and for all of the things that he does, and to help destroy them that work along with him for destroying your sheep, your people. We are human. We have rights. And Satan is a liar, a cheat, and a thief, and you have no power against us. So now that I've given grace to God and thanks to him, because without him, all things wouldn't be possible. But with him, there is life, everlasting life. And I serve a living God, not a dead God, but a living one. And I am proud to say that I am one of his children. So this evening, I would like to discuss several topics with you. Number one is, I've been reading so much in the newspapers. The newspapers are so deceiving, and they don't tell the truth. A lot of their information is censored on the radio, on the television, in the newspapers. The truth is hidden from the people a lot of times, because the city of Richmond buys a lot of space in these individuals' newspapers, on their television sets. So whenever these people in City Hall ask them not to expose or tell the truth about certain things, they feel obligated to comply, which makes them a liar, a cheat, and a thief. And they are complicit in the crimes at hand. So I just want you to know you cannot believe everything you read. And I would like you all to pick up a copy of The Voice that came out today and see the so-called brother that are asking people to remember the book of Moses, when Pharaoh had Moses' people captive, and Moses kept asking Pharaoh to let God's people go. But his heart was hardened, and he was hard-headed, like some people I know, like in city council, Dwight Jones and his staff. But you're going to learn not to play with our God. There is just so much going on in this city. The city of Richmond is one of the deadliest, dangerous. This is not the place to come if you're middle class or poor. They will wipe you out. The city of Richmond is set up for the wealthy. Everything that is being done in the city now is for the people that have money. And why don't the poor people have money? Because the government has taken it all. We're like in slavery. Like Vice President Biden said, the shackles are on. Our people have shackles on. The shackles are on their minds. The shackles are mental, if I will say that. Their minds are being controlled by the poison that they're drinking every day, that Ellen Robinson is allowing to come into the community. And I could go into the Caucasian community, and you don't find steel. You don't find Colt 45. You don't find Wild Irish Rose. You don't find Cisco. You don't find all of that toxic poison that has been called liquid crack in the newspapers for years. You can go in any white neighborhood. I bet you can't find any of that there, but you can find it, and it is plentiful in the poor neighborhoods, and it is sad. It is a path for self-destruction, and our councilwoman has led the path for self-destruction for our people in Highland Park in Richmond, Virginia for the last 9 years. She is just so disgusting to me for what she has done. On the next show, I'm going to show you hundreds of pictures of Highland Park, the way we are forced to live with no services. Anybody that the CAO, Bryant Marshall, or his crew feels that owes the city tax money, whether you owe it or not, there is no appeal process. Dorothy Dane saw to that, working down in tax enforcement line, cheating and stealing and blackballing people and hiding evidence. And girlfriend, take the dreadlocks out, take the interlocks out. You know, you did me wrong. You need to be strangled with a couple of those strands because I serve a good God, boo. You better watch out because you might be like Carol and White when you walk out that building, the whole canvas top might fall in on you. You might not break a leg or two like Carol and White. You might just drop dead coming out of the building. So things happen to evil people, and when you lie, cheat, and steal, do you think the city is going to do anything for you by what you did to me? Hiding all of my paperwork, doing my appeal, girlfriend? No, baby. You're just short, mean, and ugly for a reason. That's why you do what you do. And you are the joke at City Council. You're the joke at City Hall. And your day is coming. I'm awaiting to see you in jail like you all like to try to toss me in there. I'm going to help send some of you all to jail. So this evening, I'm moving on because I'm not wasting any time. I got plenty of information. I want you all to run and get pen and paper. This is very important. Over in the 6th District, over in Highland Park, early last year, I thought it was a pleasure to meet some of these guardian angels. Actually, I had a friend over the house, and we were standing outside, and we saw these individuals coming up with these red tams on their heads, and lo and behold, they were the guardian angels. And I was actually glad to see them. And we went up and introduced ourselves, and a young lady told us all about the safety patrol in the neighborhood and the self-defense classes that they offered. And I called everybody that I knew. I was really excited because with 400 child molesters and rapists in District 6, women, real women need to protect themselves. Some of the girls like to be slung down, knocked out, but the real women don't play that. But nevertheless, Joe White, the chapter commander, this says Guardian Angels, Richmond, Virginia chapter, which is a joke. The next day I called the Guardian Angels, I bet I called them over a period of 20 times, asking for assistance, asking where the classes were being held for the self-defense, asking different questions. I was asking questions for my people, but this hussy, Joe White, the commander, never returned my call. She's on Ellen Robinson's pay list, and we have a park right there at the corner of 4th Avenue and Rudy Street, and that grass has not been cut in that park in over 3 years. That's how bad our situation is over there. They finally came through. Oh, Ellen's running again, but I hope you drop dead before Election Day, boo. It'll make it easy for me. I came home and they were finishing the grass. And all of a sudden, I saw a blue pickup truck pull up. And here this chick is with the Guardian Angels, big signs on the door talk about Guardian Angels here to protect you. Well, I tell you what, girlfriend, you all have done nothing for us from 1st Avenue on and Detroit all the way over And I suggest that you get your tail in that truck and carry you behind back to New York or wherever you came from. You are a loser. You are serving Satan. You are serving Ellen Robinson, which is one of the Antichrist kids. You take yourself back home. We don't need you in the 3,000 block of 4th Avenue doing anything for us. You are a liar, a cheat, and a thief, and your services are not needed by my neighbors around there. I am Teddy Parham. I am running for the 6th District, and I take very good care of my neighbors, and I love them. And we don't need you to come around there after they've cleaned the park looking like a darn fool standing there with the little stick picking up one piece of paper. Where were you when it was 1,000 pieces of paper out there? Where were you when all the shooting was going on? Where were you when they put the wrought iron fence around the park in front of Jen's little corner market? Ellen, when are you going to put the fence around the park here? Why would you have a park that the people cannot enjoy? I have a lot of retired seniors in my community, the ones that are left, the ones that, Ellen, you haven't stolen their homes from them for those illegal taxes. You have been committing tax fraud for years. You have my seniors, and I talked to one last night. He is 87 years old. And you are charging him $2,000, him and his wife, a year to live on 5th Avenue in that hole with all of those dilapidated houses, all the dealing of all kinds that's going on. You are out of your mind. But if it's the last thing I do, Ellen Robinson, I'm going to see you go down, boo. If that's the last thing I do, I'm going to see you go down. You're going to pay. So my message to the guardian angels, fly back up to New York and guard the subways, because you ain't doing a darn thing for us here in the city of Richmond. And talking about working with the children, you all are losers. We need to check you guys out, because when you don't respond to the people on my side, you don't really have any business responding to anybody in the community. We are the ones that have been neglected. So don't get on TV talking about what you're doing. We can show you what you've been doing. We've got videos and thousands of pictures, and pictures do not lie. And now I'm going to move on to a new topic. But I did want to read you this, what they have on the back of this copy. The Allegiance of Guardian Angels is a nonprofit 5013C organization founded in 1979 in New York. Our mission is to provide positive role models for today's youth and work toward promoting community safety and betterment for the good of the society overall. Liar, 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 pants on fire. And I say this, you talking about we accomplish our mission through training volunteers, and that's what we asked for, to be trained to work with you. But you were so afraid and such a loser that you didn't want me or my neighbors to work with you. So you can hop on the subway and carry your tails back home. We don't need you on our side. We can take care of ourselves. Thank you. Get lost. Now, for other business at hand, I want to tell you what I saw in court. Excuse me. I went to court for my van being stolen by this white boy, Brian S. Fields. Stole my van, stole 9 other vehicles out of the parking lot next to the police station on Bell Boulevard. Excuse me. What I saw in a court really amazed me and frightened me. I don't know the judge's name. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but girlfriend said she had been there almost 20 years. I'm like, what a loss, what a loser. She's sitting in this courtroom, white girl. Her last name starts with an S. I'm going to call her Judge Snuffleupagus, because she needs to go back to school. She's playing with the wrong one. And may every sentence that you gave a person that was innocent, I hope it come back on you and your family. I hope you and all that belong to you be completely wiped out, Your Honor. Because as I sat in that courtroom and I saw, and I'm going to say this to my friends that are Caucasian or whatever, because I got plenty of friends, but they know I don't play. Old white man come out the courtroom, been locked up back there. So the judge smiled at this, and I'm going to call him a cracker because that's what he was, an old racist cracker. And the judge smiled at that thing and said, well, what can I do for you? And his lawyer said, he wants an expungement. That means he wants his criminal record wiped clean. So I'm sitting there. I know about expungement. So I say to myself, now what is this sucker done? Oh, pretending to be a police officer. He had gotten caught with a false badge. He had a false identification. This, I'm going to call him the N-word, this Caucasian nigga was carrying a gun, fired the gun, locked up several times behind these charges. But do you know this sucker had the nerve to ask the judge to remove all of this stuff off of his record? And the judge read the list of all the crimes this old cracker had committed. And I'm saying to myself, he is out of his mind. He's going to hurt somebody. But you know what? The judge wiped that old white man's slate clean. We're going to have to get our black people's slate wiped clean too. And I want to tell you about the Virginia expungement laws. And I want to spell that word for you. It's E-X-P-U-N-G-E-M-E-N-T. Expungement. That means to wipe it clear. Now I'm going to read this to you. I want you to listen to me careful. I want you to get a pen. If you're a felon, if you're a misdemeanor, I want to tell you what the judges and the crooked lawyers don't tell you. And I've got this little picture that I want to share with you because I think this picture right here is a picture of my lawyers and the judges from hell. I hope you can see this picture. Blue eyes, angry, mean, and evil. They are controlling our government. They are from hell. And this is a picture that a friend of mine, Shirley Harvey, drew of Jeremy Lazarus. And it says, Richmond Free Press lies are better than that, than the truth. And Jeremy Lazarus, if you know that sucker, he smokes about 3 and 4 cigarettes at a time. He put one out and he smokes another one, but he is a chain smoker. And this little drawing Shirley did says, I love to smoke. And it says, tee-hee, Pinocchio has nothing on us. Look at his book of lies. Look at his nose stretching, if you can see that nose. Jeremy Lazarus, investigative? I don't think so. Reporter of the Free Press down there with Mr. Boone, who does not know which district he lives in. Now, Jeremy Lazarus was standing outside the city hall when I was gathering signatures for people to sign for me to run for office in the 6th district, and which is another topic I want to speak about, because Dwight Jones, all the news media, all his flunkies in the media, television, radio, newspapers are lying and saying that nobody else is running against him. Well, Dwight Jones, with your performance, you are just a bald-faced liar. You are, ain't no other way to put it. And it's going to come to you, my brother. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to call you my brother. You are such a disgrace. You're supposed to be a man of God, but you start out sleeping with children in high school, and you end up sleeping with, dating your girlfriend that used to be your children's babysitter. Why can't you leave the young girls alone? You got away with sleeping with Gloria, got her pregnant, You just a pedophile, and I'm not answering the calls now. The last 15 minutes of my show will be for phone calls. Please do not interrupt my trend of thought. And I want to say this to you. There is somebody running against you, Dwight Jones. You're a liar, a cheat, and a thief. And there are a lot of people running for office, but you don't want to acknowledge them, just like you don't want to acknowledge Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. But you have to pay for that. You will pay. You took an oath to be a man of God, and you have been everything but that. So I say to you, may you and all that belongs to you and all of your seeds, may they be plucked up and cast out into hell, because that's what you have been given the rest of these citizens. You are a loser. Your CAO is a loser. Your staff are losers, and you all are no more bit qualified to run this city than the man in the moon. You got lucky this time, but if you think because you took a picture with my President Obama, if he knew what a loser you guys were, do you think he would stand there and pose with you? Do you think if he knew that you had a girl in high school pregnant and you was a grown man, that he would be seen with you? Do you think for a minute, if he knew you were dating a young girl, young enough to be your daughter, that happens to be your children's babysitter, do you think he would want to be seen with you? See, it's things that people don't know that can hurt them. So you all have done everything you could to hurt me. So fair exchange is no robbery. So I'm moving on. But there are people running against you. There are people running against everybody in office, I think. And Gaziana Snow White, you got to go with your racist self. Tyler, you suck. Connor, you suck. The only really decent people on there, I can say, is Marty Jewell and Reva Tremble. I don't care if you don't like me. And I think about Cynthia Newbill sitting back there. I went in the restroom the other day, and she had the nerve to be putting on mascara. And it was just as black as she was. Yes, I'm a woman of color, but I'm real. See, Cynthia grew up in Wickham Court. She was there when we moved in, and she was there when we moved out. You haven't changed. You the same, boo. You can fool people, but you can take a person out the ghetto, but you can't get the ghetto out of the people, okay? So that's how I feel about you. So, Ellen, you know where you're going. There's a big place for you. So I'm going to read this thing. Get y'all paper and pencil now. I'm going to tell you how to get your felony record straight. Because it seems that since the people have went to prison, a lot of them were innocent. The last thing I heard, the last 28 innocent men that had been in the penitentiary since 1960 for making eyes at the white girls, and the white girls love to have their fine brothers on the arm and all of this, but soon as somebody catch them, they holler rape. Well, let me tell you something, girls. Whether you be black or white, you want to be with a man and you get caught and you holler rape, then your ass need to be right in the penitentiary with him. When you turn false evidence on people, you have stolen 28 men's lives. How can the city repay these men for their lives since the 60s? Do you think a little check for $1,000 is going to help them? You all are crazy, and you need to be locked up in the new jail that they're building just for you guys. Now, back to the expungement. Okay, the Virginia expungement law says that any record that is expunged will be sealed, obliterated, deleted, or deleted or omitted. The person whose record was expunged has the right to deny any involvement in the crime. That person cannot be, check this out, fellas, women, get your money together so you can get the expungement. That person cannot be denied employment, permits, or licenses based on the crime that was committed after a criminal record expungement. Expungement, remember that word. It's going to cost you some money, but some of y'all buy dope, some of you buy whores, some of you buy anything you want to buy. Clean your act up. Clean your record up. Take care of your family and your children. Stop going around here committing murders. Stop killing innocent people because you have what they want. Get a job. Get a job. You ever heard of that? Stop hating the people that you call the foreigners. These people have a right to be here legally. You don't have any right to go over there and rob these people, shoot them in the head. That's how people used to do us. They would take everything from you. What is the matter with you? Y'all gonna pay for messing with them. Somebody in America got to work. Most of the brothers I know, you've gotten fat, lazy, and trifling. All of your skills are obsolete, which means you don't have anything. You don't know how to do anything but stand on the corner. I offer a lot of you all jobs, skills, training. You don't want that, my brother. But I tell you what, your day will come. If you don't believe in the Bible, trust me, karma is real. It's going to come back to you. Anything you go out there and do wrong and evil to somebody, do you think you're going to get away with it? I'm going to give you an example. I put flowers on my mother's grave in the cemetery. I come back, the flowers are gone. The silk flowers that I bought for my mother's grave, some sucker done stole them off her grave and pulled them down the row, several rows down. Do you think with all that space and sky that the Father isn't watching you? Do you think you can go and just steal flowers off of people's grave and have the nerve to put them on your folk grave? Do you think that's right? No, it's wrong. Because anything that is stolen, you got to give back sevenfold. You feel like you're getting away with it, but trust me, you are not getting away with it. So I'm getting back to this expungement because some of you all got light finger Louis, picking up things that don't belong to you, killing, raping, stealing. Some of you all have lost your mind. So I say to you, instead of hurting all these other people, you're in such misery. If you cannot find someone to go to and confess, and not these jackleg preachers with a license from Sears, you got to get some help. Don't go out there and kill anybody else. Don't rob a bank. Hurting innocent people. Do you think you can get away? Do you think you can outrun radio waves? Do you think you can outrun those radio waves in the police car? Do you think you can outrun people taking videos? I tell people, you see the police in action on the street, take pictures. You might save somebody's life. Because we have some decent police officers, very few. And then we got some dirty ones. They may as well be flying a Confederate flag and wearing a damn hood when they come out. They just nasty and dirty, and they need to be killed in the line of duty. Get rid of the dirty cops. You're out there, some of you out there collecting from dope. Some of you got children out there doing dope. Well, you know what? You're so dirty, I hope you crash and burn. I hope you crash and burn and die in your unit. That's what I'm saying to you. People have enough problems without the authority being so corrupt, and you guys are flanked wide open. You run these ads on television, lying to the people, telling them crime down by 40% or whatever. You're a liar. It's in certain neighborhoods where they never had any crime, boo. 5 shootings in a week's time in the city of Richmond, that's nothing. I wonder why somebody hadn't turned a gun on you guys down at City Hall. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the day. You all have destroyed so many lives. You've taken all of these elderly people homes, Ellen Robinson, illegally through tax fraud. And you got these old people living in the street. And then you got old Carl and Graham over there in social services. See, Carlin, you are out of your mind. You better learn to take care of these homeless people, because I pray that all of you all that have done that to these people, I hope you be homeless before the end of the year. And I pray real hard. I might act like a nut because I like to see people smile, but I can get serious too. And I'm going to pray right now, real quick. Father God, I'm asking you, the one that I serve, Lord, to intervene. All of the corrupt and dirty police officers and detectives, Father God, calm down, Father God. Let the corrupt judges have heart attacks and strokes. Let there be mass confusion in the courtroom, Heavenly Father. Wipe out their families. Wipe out their vacation homes. Kill them, Lord, the way they are killing your children. There is no redemption for Satan. You are your Father's children. All you liars, cheaters and thieves, your lawyers, your corrupt insurance men, your corrupt detectives, all of you corrupt people, we would have had a nice city if we could get rid of you guys, and then you hire this trash from other cities that were failures there, and then you bring them here and pay them the top of the line salary to do what? To be at your beck and call while you serve the rich and powerful? Well, we're tired of this, and we're going to protest. You're going to stop having our children raped. 400 and some child molesters in one district. Ellen Robinson, are you out of your freaking mind? Somebody needs to catch you getting out of your car and rape you, Ellen. If you were woman enough and you had any children, maybe they could grab your children too, because you don't give a darn about anybody. It's coming back to you. And you can't lock me up for praying, boo. That's my right. That's my constitutional right. And I'm just enjoying myself. But let me get back to this, the expungement. Now, check this out. Anybody that has their records expunged, you have a felony expungement. That means if you got a felon, you can get that wiped off. Like that old white man, all it takes is some money. They wiped his slate clean like a baby's behind. He had money. He was a crook. But you know what I think? I think there are some things that should not be taken off of people's records. Like this guy impersonating a policeman, and the judge gonna wipe his slate clean so he can go out there and do it again and probably catch some young innocent woman and flash that badge and rape her and have his way with her. Your Honor, you need to go down. You need to carry your tired butt back to school. And for the last lawyer that you gave me, a Commonwealth attorney, looked like a darn crackhead, looked like she was anorexic and bulimic, and she gonna tell me she can't help me. And I looked at her, I said, hell, you need help yourself. What you on? Crack? You eating and throwing up your food. Something is wrong with you, baby. Before you go in anybody's courtroom, girlfriend, you need to get yourself together, because you are a disgrace. Something is physically wrong with you, and then you're going to stand up in front of the court and tell people how to live their lives, and you are such a loser for doing everything that dirty Mike Hearn tells you to do, but he going down too. Hey, Mike. I hear you are a Democrat, but you have endorsed several Republicans. That's a no-no, Mike, even for you. We're going to vote to kick you off the Democratic committee. We're going to kick you off, Mike, and some more people with you. You have been too nasty to me, and I'm not playing any games with you, boo. Y'all know where everybody live. You do all this dirt to innocent people. Well, guess what? I'm sick and tired and sick. Somebody might be coming after you. That's a good thing. We need some justice, and it's not going to be for you. You know what I found out when I went to VCU? Justice? Justice means just us with the money. So the poor people never have counted. Everything that you have done in this city to promote all these new people coming in the city, you got people living in buildings that haven't lived in buildings in 30 years. And guess what? The buildings are crumbling. People are falling through the infrastructure. Guess what? I saw on 5th and Main Street 2 new buildings. They're not new. Those buildings been there a couple of 100 years. And some dirty realtor sold it to these people. And they were so happy and went in there and set the building up and had their first grand opening. And what did the dirty building code inspectors do? You went and put signs in the window say condemn. If you knew the building was condemnable before you gave a permit for the people to occupy that. You losers down there, I hope one of those buildings fall on you and kill you. You have destroyed so many people's lives playing those dirty games with those old dilapidated buildings. And you, there was a restaurant called Treasures. I think that used to be Dolores McQueen's brother's restaurant. You condemn that. And he went over there to Ellen Robinson's district over in Highland Park with Boaz and Ruth and stole the fire station from the citizens that I begged for years, volunteering with RCAP, because that fire station that you guys turned into a restaurant at Boaz and Ruth, that was supposed to have been our community building. So the people don't have to stand up in Ann Hardy Park in the heat, in the rain, in the cold, but you didn't give a damn. You sold that fire station to Martha and her husband and Boaz and Ruth for $1. Well, you know what, boo? I hope you suffer for everything you have done to these people. You have illegally taken my friend's business on the corner across from New York Chicken. That man had been there 40 years. You got your dirty building code inspectors to go in there and take that man's building. That crap killed his wife. But you know what? I fought myself because I'm an inactive realtor and I didn't think about the grandfather clause, Alice. I am so sorry. They wouldn't have been able to do a darn thing to you and take that building from you. But when you got an old rich couple of white folk with a lot of money and old nigger at hand, anything is possible, right, Ellen? You keep on sucking up. Your lips gonna get real big before election time, because I got some news for you. I can be a lady or I can be Miss B. You can call me anything you want to be, because I'm gonna fight for my people. I believe in what's right. I believe in doing the right thing. If I make a mistake, I'm enough woman to say, I'm sorry. What can I do to make up for it? But rarely I make a mistake because I pray before I do almost anything, so I'm protected. Let me get back to this expungement. I know time is rolling, but I hope you guys are listening to me. Highland Park is a third world country. I'm saying to all you new people that are coming into this city, do not come into the city of Richmond and buy a darn thing in real estate. If you want to open up a business, go to Henrico or Chesterfield or one of our fine counties. Do not come in this city taking these old people homes, letting this witch put them in the street, because if you moving them old people building, the building gonna fall down on you. That's how powerful I feel about what you're doing, and it is wrong. You can take all your money and curl it back where you came from or shove it, because money is not everything, and everybody cannot be bought off. And I'm running for the 6th district, and I'm not for sale. That goes for either one of you. I will fight for my seniors and my neighbors to the end. I don't have but one life. But after I've been beaten, lied on, cheated, I'm ready to scramble. I really am. And I'm not afraid of you. And when I exposed the information about my car, Ellen, you came out there running to me. Oh, let me help you. You did it. You know what's going on. You've been ruling my life with that so-called, I guess is a relative behind me, on this and living in this Section 8 property that have broken every code with Section 8 and HUD in the world. She have rented this house out to full-time felon drug dealers, got pictures, videos. You are renting the house out now. The HUD house is not supposed to be rented out, rooms rented out. Felicia Jordan, with your nail shop, you are a real, I want to call you something, but guess what, girlfriend? I'm too much woman. I know you want to be like me, and you want to know when my mother died. You told Sharon Smoot, the full-time felon, that my mother died in the house that I have. No, she did not. My mother died in community hospital where my ignorant sisters carried her. After she had major surgery, my mother did not know she was a diabetic, and she did not know she had high blood. And Dr. Harold Green, that's right, Harold, I'm talking about you now. We were born on the same date, the same month, the same year. And we have been friends for over 20 years. And I have to tell this, Harold, because I don't like what you did. I went to a house and went in the kitchen, and all of Harold Green's pharmaceutical drugs that your sister Danita Green had been stealing out of your office. I was woman enough to come down there, Harold Green, and bring you all that OxyContin, all the Percocets, all them illegal drugs that your sister had stolen from you, and you didn't even know it. And I showed it to you, and you cried. And you thanked me. But you know what? That weekend I went off and had the heart attacks where that boy beat me. You never came to the hospital to see me. You never sent me a card, nigga. You never did anything. So I'm saying this to you. With your sister, like you told me, she's a heroin addict. She's a junkie. Danita Green does not need to work in your office anymore. And her husband, Gerald Thorpe, corrupt policeman fired from the Richmond police force. Guess who hired him? The Richmond Public Schools hired the junkie as the head of security. And this nigga had everybody's child in school selling drugs. Yes, Harold, I just told your business. Because you killed my mother in that hospital. You and your staff forgot to give my mother a blood thinner after major surgery. And you killed my mama. I didn't get but one. You took her from me. And then you gonna tell my two sisters, the losers, that you was gonna write it up like she had a heart attack. And they collected the insurance. But you know what? I'm tired of you niggas that are rich. You got your money. You screw over people. You live your life. Well, all of you all are SOSs, including Kevin Ferguson, deputy that like to beat up on women. Well, I hope somebody catch you out there and kill you. I hope they beat you to death. You have hurt so many women, and then you had the nerve to write a book for the police writers called, has it, Justice or something. You are one of the biggest losers. They call you Fat Daddy. I hope somebody blow you up, boo. I hope somebody do what you did to me. Walk right up to you and pepper spray you and beat the hell out of you and knock you 10 feet across the porch. See, you beat on the women. You wouldn't dare jump on a man and do him like you did me and did them other women down in that jail. You have beaten hundreds of women down in that jail, and I want you to call in. Do not be afraid to call in. But I'm going to get back to this expungement. Now you can have a felony record removed. You can expunge your record. You can get a check your criminal record, insurance fraud help, Criminal defense lawyers, ask a lawyer, criminal law schools. And you can find this on the computer under Virginia Expungement Laws.com. And I'm going to spell that word for you again. It's EXPUNGEMENT. Expungement. That means to erase it, clean it up. It will disappear. But listen at this. There are some instances where the record may be revisited. If applying for a job in law enforcement, that means, felons, after you clean your record up and pay, you could actually become a law enforcer. Get a job, fellas. Do what they do. Take their jobs from them. Get out there and help protect your people, because all of you all are not bad. I know this. And I don't care what color you are. This goes for people of all colors. Okay, you can apply for a job in law enforcement. The criminal record expungement may be brought up. Also, any criminal investigation where somebody's life or property is in danger can lead to the expungement being unsealed. Check this out. Criminal investigations regarding the person whose record was expunged can also unseal the expunged record. The main benefit of a criminal record expungement, listen now, under the Virginia expungement law is the blocked access to the record regarding the public. So nobody can go pull it. You all have given me a criminal record. I'm impressed. And Miss Kelly over at Elder Homes, you old witch, you said that I had killed 3 people and injured more people. That's why you weren't going to come and help me with my house? Well, guess what, boo? If I was trying to kill somebody, I guess you would be on my list too. You ever think about that? But I'm not a murderer. I'll love you to death. You'll either love me or hate me. So it's up to you to stop lying. You did that to me. Remember, what you do unto others come back to you, and you ain't no young chick. You might go out there and fall down and break your neck. So, who can have their records expunged? Anyone who has been acquitted, has charges dropped, or has been pardoned can apply for an expungement. First-time offenders that were arrested for a misdemeanor may receive an expungement. People whose names were wrongly involved in a criminal investigation and as a result were given a criminal record may have their record expunged. Now, since you all put that crap on my record and you gave me a criminal record, and if I had a criminal record, how could I run for public office? I'm no fool, but that's all right. What goes around comes around, because I'm working hard to shut elder homes down. What records can be expunged? Police records and court records may be expunged. Any records containing DNA and other identifiable information should be destroyed if they are granted an expungement. Filing a petition for a Virginia expungement. To file a petition for expungement, the person must fill out all of the required documents and submit them to the county circuit court or the circuit court. All documents and filing fees must be paid. I said filing fees, not those illegal fees that they have put on you. These people have sentenced you before you even went. When you went to jail, you were sentenced when you went there while waiting for a trial. Woody and his crew, they are the executioners down there. They do the dirty work. Woody, I hope you don't get up in church the next time. You look mighty sick, boy. My God worked a job on you. You couldn't sing but that one song. Prayers work. You were so sick, you couldn't even sing the rest of the songs with your choir. Good. Because you're a nasty sucker. I used to laugh and joke with you and Clavert saying, let me shine your brass buttons. Well, you take those buttons and stick them where the sun don't shine, because you a real dirty sucker. And remember, What go around, come around. You living big and large and got all your family employed and y'all make $1 million a year and all of that. But guess what? Your ass can still go to jail, boo. You ain't the man. You are not God. And you playing in God's house, and all those fools that keep putting you, you think you're going to be re-elected this time. I'm telling you, my boy Chris Dorsey going to come and wipe you out. Y'all picking on that little white boy, but he is really powerful, and you scared him because he's not scared to shake that little finger at you and say, you are complicit. You are complicit. You are guilty in these crimes against mankind of all colors, and you need to be wiped out. Excuse me while I take this call. I'm a little slow. But that's all right. Let me finish reading this. Check this out. The Commonwealth Attorney, Dirty Mike Hearn. Now, he done got the chief of police over at VCU that should have went to jail for 30 years for all that child pornography in his computer. Y'all had him to fake it like he was going into a diabetic coma. You gave him change of venue. You pulled a nigga out the city, carried him to Chesterfield, and let the judge handle him there when he should have been tried right here in the city of Richmond. A freak watching all them young pretty girls and young boys walk up and down the university. The university is one of the dangerous places in the state. Do you hear me? Then you had the nerve to build that dormitory on Chamberlain Avenue in the middle of Jackson Ward in the heart of the city, and you know there is so much murder and crime. 75% of the crime in the city come out of them projects. Jackson Ward, and you know it. You done set all those young people up to be killed. You didn't warn them. You didn't tell them, lock your windows. Don't leave your doors open. Don't go to the store alone. And what did you say, Marty? And I love you saying, oh, those developers, they're going to bring tax money in. That's all you think about is money, but it's going to cost you, huh? It's going to cost you. When those kids get hurt and they get raped on that campus, you already know it. It's some of your men doing it. Some of your dirty police officers. After the dirty police chief got caught, another dirty police officer on the VCU campus got caught, and one of the maintenance men got caught. Students, people, parents, do not trust those police officers. They are dirty, dirty, dirty. And you need to keep your camera available at all times. Keep yourself clean. Keep something to protect yourself even from them, because they out there, they got new guns and they got new vests and they want to kill some people. I tell you, some people want to wipe you guys out too, so the feeling is mutual. Y'all want to play Rambo, and then you're hiring all of these veterans as shell shot and going around blowing up everything and killing everybody. Well, maybe you might hire one and they come in there and blow the police station up with Norwood in there. That would be a great day for me, because you came in dirty, Norwood. You sent those 4 dirty police officers to my house. Thanksgiving Day, a couple of years ago at 4 o'clock in the morning. But I can see you before you see me. I'm just one person. You just pick on an innocent woman. Y'all steal my car. You do whatever. But I hope it come back on your family. I hope the seeds are plucked up. I hope your family will be non-existent. Remember, what you do to other people out there, officers, it come back on you. And I'm not ashamed to tell you. I'm not ashamed at all. So, let me hurry up. Again, that web address is called criminallaw.com, expungement, Virginia expungement law. Let me see if I can get this caller. Well, I can't seem to get it. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. How you doing?
I'm blessed, darling. How are you?
Oh, fine. I just wanted to say I hope you win.
Thank you, darling. The trick is they're going to make me a write-in, baby girl. So you got to learn to spell my whole name, and you can't spell one word wrong, one letter wrong, or they'll throw the whole thing out. But see, God used certain people. I've had 5 heart attacks, a stroke from where that boy beat me. I've had to learn to walk and talk all over again, and it's a miracle. God is good. He told me, do not stop fighting for his people, and I will not stop fighting for them. You can call me crazy or a fool. Donna Hatcher, I love you wherever you are. Anybody see Donna Hatcher? He's tired of fighting. They've worn Donna Hatcher down. He's 70-some years old, 80 years old. He's been fighting for our people for so long. Yeah. And they dog him out. They won't even get the pit bulls. And the people let the pit bulls attack him every time. Donna, I got something for you to keep them pit bulls off you. Animal control need to be kicked in the rear end. Do what you got to do. Call me, Donna. What question do you have, darling?
Well, you know, I hope you will, because they need somebody real in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, I pray for you, you know, because you're dealing with dirty ground, okay?
Yes.
It's been like that. I mean, been like that
for years.
Decades, okay?
Yes.
What I wanted to ask you, and maybe you can tell me, all I wanted to know was, what are the qualifications that you had to go through? Because, see, what I'm saying, and I can't get an answer from nobody, I feel that anybody who goes up there, and I'm definitely not talking, because I think you sane as hell, okay? I'm talking about, if you look at all these people that's up there in the Congress and all that stuff, they're crazy.
Child molesters, perverts, rich old dirty men, black and white, filling the little pages. Somebody need to put all of them rich suckers in check, because I can guarantee you 75% of them are out of their freaking minds. They call me crazy.
They seem like to me that in order to get qualified, you should have to take a complete mental evaluation. And the way it seems to me is, all you can say is, I just want to be a congressperson, and you ain't.
Well, and I tell you what.
Know, maybe you could tell me, because I can't get no. They act like I'm talking Chinese when I ask somebody.
No, that's what they want. Let me tell you, all you need is a bunch of fools to back you and a lot of money, or they'll have money.
Well, they got to change that.
Yes, we have to change it. And I'm going to give you an example, because I've got 1 minute to go. Old dirty Joe Marcy. He's got to go. He's a dirty sucker. They all like young sisters that could be their children age. All of them want these young babes swinging on their arm. Like I said, sucker, you better be glad it's not my daughter, because I'll handle you like a man. I ain't going to let you walk up on me and pepper spray me. Ain't happening no more, brothers. So anyway, you're correct. Something is wrong with them. They're money greedy, and they want that time. But we got to pray that God take them all out of there, because they're all in the schools. They're all around us. They're dealing with your children. Talk to your children. Teach them about the body parts. Teach them to be free with you, to come home and tell anything, that if anybody put their hands on you, they should be able to come to you and tell you. Because we got a lot of freaks in office, right, Dwight Jones?